Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's a beloved nationally syndicated radio show produced right here in Portland, and it needs your support. Here to share how we can help keep Livewire on the air, we welcome back host Luke Burbank and his baby.
Well, technically,
it's your girlfriend's baby.
Not even that. It's my girlfriend's mom's baby, Gigi.
Gigi.
But I am dog sitting.
Okay.
Because if this radio thing doesn't work out, I've got to figure out
some
sort of a backup plan. So this is what I've got so far.
I love it. I hear people make good money dog sitting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing it pro bono right now, but
okay.
I am not above charging my girlfriend's mom for dog sitting. If we're not able to raise this $150,000.
Okay, tell me first of all about Livewire, what it is for folks who don't know, because
Sure.
it's great entertainment.
Yeah, you know, it's a really unique thing here in Portland, Oregon that I'm surprised sometimes more people don't know about.
Right.
It's a nationally syndicated public radio variety show. We usually record it at the Alberta Rose Theater, sometimes over at Revolution Hall.
Right.
We bring in musical guests and comedians and authors, and we have a house band. It's kind of like the Tonight Show, but on the radio.
I love it.
And we have a whole audience that comes out to watch it, and then we record the whole thing, and then it goes out to hundreds of public radio stations all across the country. When I started out in public radio like 25 years ago, there were tons of shows like this on Saturdays and Sundays on public radio. And we're the last one because they're very expensive to operate.
Because sometimes you were in other states, right?
Sure, yeah. We just recorded a show in Minneapolis because we're on there in Minnesota. We go up to Seattle a lot where we're also on. We've done the show in Arizona. We take the show out on the road as well. And it's, you know, it's always been kind of a miracle that we've been able to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
And it's mostly been with, you know, sort of duct tape and determination, as we say.
Well, it's quality program. It really is.
I like to think so.
And you introduce people to authors they may not have known, to bands they may not have known of.
Yeah. So the
comedians that we now love.
The formula that we sort of try to strike with a particular episode might be, if you're buying a ticket to come out and see Livewire, is there'll probably be somebody on the bill who you've heard of.
Right.
And there might be somebody on the bill who you haven't heard of. And that's kind of the fun of it. You can come see somebody who you have familiarity with, but then also find out about a new band or a, like you said, comedian or writer. And then be the toast of your next cocktail party when you're talking about some book that everybody else doesn't know about because you heard about it on Livewire.
On Livewire, yeah. Okay, so now money is needed because it's expensive to produce, right? And you lost government funding.
Well, yeah. So you know, for years and years, we have been able to keep this thing going because of sort of the creativity of our staff and because of people coming out and buying tickets and because of a lot of grants, some of them in the state of Oregon, some of them national, and then the money that the stations pay us to play the show, that's called carriage fees.
Okay.
Well, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is no more, meaning a lot of those stations have lost a lot of their funding, meaning they're having a hard time paying their carriage fees to us. We don't want that to be a barrier to them having the show on their stations. So the overall economy of public radio is really tough right now, and for Livewire specifically, we've had a reduction of about $150,000 in the last year of money that was coming into our budget from various sources that have sort of gone away. And there's no amount of dog sitting I can do that will replace that. So that is why we've launched this thing called Fully Charged, which is this fundraising campaign. We're trying to raise that $150,000 by the end of this year so that we can really build Livewire into this kind of new model for how a radio show can work. And that would be almost like a membership organization. Okay. People that come out to the show, if they have a good time and if they want this to keep happening in Portland, they join something that we call the League of Extraordinary Listeners. And those are just people, they like donate $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever, and they get like first crack at buying tickets, and they get all kinds of cool promotions and meet and greet stuff. And through raising that money, then we are more autonomous as a radio show. We are not as subjected to, like, if the Corporation for Public Broadcasting goes away or who might happen to be in the White House at a given time, that stuff will not be able to affect us as much if we can have our own sort of independent funding model. So what we're trying to do is get a lot of people to go to livewireradio.org and click on the Fully Charged button and just like decide if there's an amount of money that you want to kick Livewire every month that would be, you know, make sense for you and your budget. But a little donation from a lot of people really goes a long way. And we could do this if a few hundred people sign up at $5 or $10 a month. Here's what I would also say. If the jury is still out on Livewire and me, Luke Burbank, how could it be?
No, it never.
Buy a ticket. Come see us do the show as proof of concept. December 11th, we're going to be at Rev Hall. we're going to have amazing guests. We have Edna Vasquez, who's a great musician.
She's incredible.
Yeah,
she usually sings with Pink Martini.
Yes, right. Yeah. So we have Edna coming out for our musical guests. We have John Hodgman, who's like a phenomenal writer and entertainer. He's going to be one of our guests. Hari Kondabalu.
Oh, we love Hari.
Super funny comedian.
Very funny.
It's December 11th. It'll be at Rev Hall. Come see what we do if you're not familiar with Livewire. And like if you have a good time and you think it's worth helping support it, then go to livewireradio.org and maybe throw us a couple of bucks.
I love it. I love it. And then that'll help keep you away from worrying about dog sitting.
Exactly, because I've got to be honest with you, I'm not great at it.
What do you need to do?
This is a very easy to maintain dog. If she was 1% more difficult, this would be a disaster up here. I would like to stick with the radio hosting.
Yeah,
that feels to be more within my skill set.
You do a great job.
Well, thank
radio
you.
hosting. All right, we want to tell everyone, if you'd like to find out more, we're going to put all the information on our website at k2.com. Luke, always great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away. Huh, baby? Yeah.